Misdreavus Spotlight Hour. So, how is everybody doing today? Welcome, welcome. Yeah, we already have a bunch of these shinies, so that's all well and good. So, we'll see what we can do. See if we can get ourselves another one. How many of these do I actually have? That is a good question. My ears are blocked. So, I'm feeling better today. Still not 100%, but quite significantly better than what I have been feeling over the last week or so. So that is good. Misdreavus. We have we have 6 shinies already. So if we don't get a shiny Misdreavus tonight, I don't think it's really going to matter too much. Have we actually evolved them as well? No, we haven't evolved any of them. Oh yes, we have. So we actually have 7. We have 7 shiny Misdreavus. So yeah, okay, whatever. We'll get into tonight and see if we can end up with number 8. I have really good luck when it comes to the ghost Pokemon shinies for some reason. I don't know why. I just tend to. So, how you doing, Aiden? How you doing, Mikey? How you doing, Evolution? And James, welcome, welcome, guys. Welcome, welcome. So, yeah, we'll get into these checks. I will start walking very soon. It's actually a really nice day today. So that's good. I'm going to be out in nice weather. Let's do some nice shiny hunting in this spooky season that we've got going on at the moment. Come on. Alright, well I'm going to have to catch one of these because I can't get to that one in the middle. Because it wants to be difficult. So while that's happening, I'll grab my stuff and I should put a hat on because it is sunny, but I have too much hair to put a hat on. It's difficult. No shinies. Alright, so we can actually get into some shiny checking finally. I would laugh if we got one of this first cluster and it was just, okay, one and done. That very rarely happens on these Spotlight Hours. I think I can remember it happening once during the Spotlight Hour, and it was actually one that I wasn't doing. It was one of the first ones that we had, and they weren't really, oh wait, was it? No, the Pokemon that was featured was sort of like a bunch of Pokemon. It wasn't one single Pokemon. So I was doing stuff at home. I was actually working on the car at home. So I didn't go out for it, but I went inside. As it started, I just went inside and just clicked on a random spoink and it popped up as a shiny. I'm in Melbourne, Australia, Wade. Alright, well we didn't get a shiny off of those, unfortunately, so I will grab my stuff, make sure I got the keys, because I'm locking myself out of the car. I probably don't need that. Grab my water. Charger. So it's going to stay there, and we'll take that just in case, and we're ready. Nice. Let's get going. Is it rare to get this shiny? No. As I've shown you guys earlier, I have 7 of these already. So, I mean, on a Spotlight Hour, it's full odds for the shinies. So they don't boost them like they do during com days. But yeah, I haven't struggled getting this shiny. I have 7 of them. And it's double catch XP tonight, guys. So if you are interested in some XP, tonight is a good night to do it. Of course, I forgot to bring my Go Plus like every night. Hey, Debbie. Welcome, welcome. How you doing? Dad. How you doing? Welcome. Yes, Jimmy, thank you for asking. Yeah, I'm feeling better, like I was said at the start of the stream. Still not 100%. Like my nose, sinuses and that are stupid. But other than that, like I'm pretty good. I probably sound a little bit nasally still. But other than that, yeah, mouth is a bit dry just because of, having to breathe through my mouth because of my nose. But yeah, I'm doing a lot better. Thankfully, because it was a weird sickness. Like, it started off fairly mild, and then it sort of progressed, and it got worse and worse and worse and worse, and then it peaked like the night before, and then just sort of went away the next day. So I was just like, okay, well, yeah, it was a really weird sickness. There is a conspiracy that what we are seeing today is an AI-generated image. The real Jim is currently in Dragonstone. Yes. Yeah. Totally. How did you know? Good to know now, get a haircut. No! Make me! You'll have to hold me down and shave my head. It's my hair. I was thinking that I might need to get it just trimmed a little bit, just to clean it up, but other than that, that's actually... It's like that because of karaoke. Honestly, I'm better now than I was earlier. You should have heard me earlier today. Like, I was full, like, croaky. I was like... I can't even get that low anymore, but my voice was like full. It sounded like I was the Grudge. It's full, just like croaky. I don't know how I'm going to go streaming later on talking like this. I sound like Barry White or something like that. Should have some news for you guys in a day or two, depending on when news gets dropped. But yeah, there should be some good news for you guys coming up next month that I'm going to be able to let you guys know soon. Finally. A Jigglypuff, no, Jigglyplant. Good old Jigglyplants, eh? It would be nice if one of these spotlight hours this month was one of the things, your masks. I think your mask would have made a good spotlight hour. Especially since we've had like Misdreavus before, and I'm pretty sure we've had Shoppet before as well. So it would have been nice. Actually saying that, I think we've had your mask before, but your mask would be so much better than these, I feel. Mainly because I have several of each of those shinies, and I don't have a Yamask yet. A Yamask, so I'm not being biased, I just... Oh, guys, this is actually... You need to see what it's like. This is when you know that it's springtime. I can't even see it on my screen. I don't know if you guys can see it, but there's just like all the blossoms blowing in off the trees. Can you guys see that? I can't tell because I can't see my screen properly. Oh. Sort of. I don't know if you guys can see it as well as I can, but it actually looks really cool. The sun is like sort of really... They say Jimmy's sinus sniffs are right. Yes. Yeah, like I said, I hope you guys can see that the way that I can, because it actually looks really cool. If only I had a better camera. I think it's just, yeah, because the sun is sort of like right there, is it? No, you can't really see it behind me properly. Disappointing. You might actually get shiny Teddy next month. Uh, sorry, do I have one, or is that what you're asking? Because yes, I do. I actually have a couple of shiny Teddies already. You have the Ursa rings, which I don't really like. I'm not a fan of shiny Ursa ring. It's a really ugly shiny. But shiny Teddy Ursa is nice. It's got more of that gummy bear green to it. Love the app, yeah. That's because I'm streaming at the same time. There's just multiple things going on the phone, so it's just bringing up memory. So it'll just close background stuff. So the app just gets shut down. So good. It's just so there's not 400 things running at once. So the battery's, yeah, not getting drained so quickly. Not feeling great today, so won't be around. Oh, good, dude. Get better soon, man. Seems to be going around a bit, unfortunately, the sickness. Everybody's getting complacent because winter's over. And there's just been a lot of events and stuff like that recently. So people are sort of congregating together. Especially since it's spring and like all the racing and stuff like that's on, especially in Melbourne. Over the next month or so, we've got all like the spring carnival stuff and like the Melbourne Cup and that coming up. So we've just had PAX and Crunchyroll Expo, and that was on before that as well, and Comic-Con was on before that. So yeah, there's been like heaps of events recently, so there's stuff just going around. I'm patient. No, not anymore. I'm clean. There is no more sickness here. As I cough up a lunch. I ran my daily incense yesterday. The best thing that I got was a dugong. I was like, why? The famous last words. Well, looks like it is a Fampi nest down here at the moment, which is not half bad. I do actually need shiny Fampi. I almost said shiny fancy. Good old shiny fancy. It's what happens when a Fampi and a Chansey have a child together. It's got a fancy. That was wet. I did not mean to switch. That's the one thing that I don't like still. It's like today, it's been one of those days where I've just been clearing everything out, so it's been a bit chunky. Not a nice chunky. Like I sounded like a 60-year-old man earlier when I was working out. As soon as I started, it's just like, yeah, it just started clearing everything out of my lungs, and I was just like, ugh. Now, hopefully we actually get a decent Machamp. because I've been looking for a decent Machamp from these. You got one half decent one. Cheers, dude, for the links. It doesn't look like the bot's working though for some reason. Typical. I have no idea why it just stops working just randomly. Like, I haven't done anything with the bot so for it to not be working. Anyway, links are in the description for stuff anyway. But that's okay. Now, hopefully this will be Arlo. I had a feeling it was going to be a grunt because it spawned before I grabbed the thing. The bot might also come down on the bot's already gone. I was hating it yesterday. I had to finish my research for the Festival of Lights because I've been sick over the last few days, so I didn't get out to be able to do like all the walking and stuff because we had to hatch 2 eggs and do 5 kilometers. So guess what I had to do yesterday? Walk like 8 kilometers, which I was not pleased about because again, because I've been missing out on everything for like the last week, getting out and playing the game and doing workouts and stuff like that. I did like a full workout yesterday and then went out and walked for 8 kilometers, and yeah, that was not in. It wasn't too bad, but it got to be just a little bit much in the end. It's quite stuffed by the end of it. Like, usually walking that distance isn't, an issue, but because getting over being sick, still, it was just like, it was the last thing that I really wanted to have to do. But I was just like, if I want to finish this research and get the, the rewards and all that sort of stuff, I have to. So, the pain of playing this game sometimes. Well, it's pretty quiet tonight. Where is everybody? Nobody wants to come and hang out because the Pokemon's not cool. Which gets a little bit... It's like, I thought you guys come to hang out with me, not the Pokemon. Come on. Should want to come and hang out regardless of what's going on. I guess I'll just walk along and just talk to myself. Because no one in the chat's talking. Like I said, you're all being quiet. What is going on? Cat got all your tongues? Like, it's very hard for me to interact with you guys if you're not saying anything. I'm just walking along going, cool. Finally paid Pogo for a bit earlier. Took the Pokemon, Palmon for a spin. It's a custom Go Pass. Basically 3 Go Plus joined in a configuration. Okay, fair enough. Nice. Where'd you get that? Did you make it yourself or? Hey, gone Sydney. Welcome in. How was your day? We're 20 minutes in already. I don't know why, but it always goes so quickly. Like, even if the shiny's one that you've already got, as long as there's a shiny available for some reason, this just goes quickly. When there's no shiny available, it always drags for so long. One thing that annoys me about ghost Pokemon is they can be a bit flighty sometimes. Like, they tend to be a bit difficult to catch. And I really should bring my wristband for the thing. I keep forgetting my Go Plus, and I keep forgetting my actual thing to mount the other phone in, so I can do quick catches. Am I excited for next month's community day? Yes, but for more reasons than it just being, I mean, Teddiursa, I've already got shiny Teddiursa. I mean, it's good that we're getting Ursaluna. So it's that being added to it, which makes that, you know, an extra thing. But I've already got both shiny Ursaring and Teddiursa. So I don't really need to worry about them, but then yeah, there's other stuff going on for that com day, which should be good. So keep an eye on this space, guys. What's your hype level on Giratina getting its signature move? It depends on how good it is. Because I mean, it depends on if Niantic want to full nerf the move or if they're going to make it half decent. Because if you look at, for instance, Chandelure that we got on the weekend with Poltergeist got bad stats, so Shadow Ball ended up still being better. So yeah, I guess we'll have to wait and see what damage it actually does. Like how it fits into the meta, because I mean the same thing with some of the other legendary signature moves and stuff like that. They've sort of missed the mark and they haven't really done anything to improve the Pokemon. So I guess we'll have to wait and see what they do with this one. Hopefully it'll be good. I mean, Giratina's already pretty much, you know, a powerhouse as it is in Ultra League, so it depends on if they want to make it more so and give it, you know, so we will have to wait and see. That one's going to be a real contentious one, I think. Hey, go on, Michal. How you doing, dude? Welcome in. How was your day, dude? Shadow Ball should be, Shadow Strike should be there. I'm not sure. Like, it depends on what Niantic do with the move. I can't guess what they're going to do with it. Because like I said, they've nerfed other moves before and made them less effective than what they should be, sort of thing. So it depends on if they do that with this one. You want Trevenant? Yeah, I mean, honestly, there's other ones that we could have gotten for Spotlight Hours during this month. Like we could have had like Phantamp or, you know, stuff like that. They would have made some interesting Spotlight Hours rather than stuff that we've already had before. I mean, even if it's not shiny, I think people would have appreciated having like a Phantom Spotlight Hour. Do you think Pokemon Home will ever work with? Not distance trades. They won't do that. But you can already use Pokemon Home with Pokemon Go. Like they're already linked. And I think that's about as linked as they will get. They're not going to make it that you can do trades or anything with it. It's just you can put stuff from Pokemon Go in Pokemon Home. That's it. Do you think they'll implement? Nah, they've already got both of them in there. There's no point having form change. And that takes away the ability for them to split them into two different raids. So no, I don't think they would do that. And the thing that's still annoying is we're at this point of the game where we can control every single evolution to what we want except for the first three, and they still haven't made it that we can do the first three without using the naming trick. It's just random. And the other day when I was trying to finish off the research where we had to evolve one of each of the Eevees, yeah, for some reason I just could not get a Jolteon. I ended up evolving like 15 Eevees until I finally got the Jolteon. I was like, game, what is this nonsense? I mean, if it's any other evolution, I can do some trick to get it to evolve. So they need to add some sort of way of controlling those things, but they don't. So yeah, it's that sort of stuff in the game, which is, yeah, broken. I mean, they let you do like form changes sort of things on things like Hooper, Hooper rather, but then, as you said, on Giratina, it's just like, yeah, probably not. And then on other stuff, where it should be, you know, a easily controllable mechanic in the game, and it's just not. Mega Banette or Mega Gengar. Gengar is Q. Yours is Vaporeon, you get that evolution 10 to 1. Yeah, I tend to get more Vaporeons than anything else, but surprisingly enough, the other day, it was Flareon. I got like 6 Flareons in a row. And I was just like, game, what is this nonsense? But while doing all of the evolutions for Eevee, I did actually figure out a little something, because if you look at an Eevee, for instance, these days, like back in the day, we'll just use this one as an example. It says question mark down there, but if you go to evolve, it'll say, all right, this is going to evolve into a range in between 524 and 552. Now, it's got a question mark there, so you think that it could evolve into any random Eevee. But if I click off that and then click on the evolve button again, it comes up with the exact same numbers. And it'll do that every time. So it looks like that every Eevee is predestined to evolve into one of the first 3 evolutions. It won't actually be a random evolution. Any Eevee that you encounter will already have it tagged as, this is going to be a Flareon, this is going to be a Vaporeon, or this is going to be a Jolteon, if you evolve it without doing a trick attached to it, sort of thing. So going by that, when you catch an Eevee, if you know what it should evolve into from that CP, like if a Vaporeon, what its CP would be, for instance, all right, so you look at that and you go, okay, that would be a Vaporeon CP, then you should be able to tell which one it's going to evolve into. So that was something that I did figure out. So you should be able to have a rough guess of what it should turn into, sort of thing, as long as you can sort of punch the IVs into like a IV checker to see which one it would turn into, sort of thing. If you get what I'm saying. I can probably explain that so much better. I might actually do a video about that. Do a video on how to evolve each of the evolutions. And yeah, just chuck that little bit of knowledge in and just be like, hey, I'm pretty sure that this is how this works. And it'd be hard to test though, because you'd need two that are sort of the exact same IVs, the exact same CP, and then do the thing and see if they came up as different, and then evolve each one of them and see if they turned into the one that you think it's going to turn into. Can I evolve now? Do I have any? I don't think I've got any just junk Eevees on me, unfortunately. Because I mean, I have no junk Eevees as I scroll through like 800 shinies. No junk Eevees here, guys. Like, none. Not a single. No junk Eevees. No. No. Oh my god, how many shiny Eevees do I have? Why? Why do I have so many shiny Eevees? I need to do something about my evolution collection, because this is just ridiculous. I have 223 Eevees / evolutions. Time to do a little bit of cleaning, I think. I do want to send most of them over to Pokemon Home though, because I would rather put Pokemon, like shiny Pokemon, into Pokemon Home and send them to people rather than them just being transferred into nothing. Hey Zach, thanks for the donation, dude. Much appreciated, man. And welcome in. How are you doing today? If you power them up, does the question CP change? I'm not sure. I haven't tested that. So, once Spotlight Hour actually finishes, because yeah, like I said, I don't have any Eevees on me right now, unfortunately, unless this is... No, that's a Pikachu. So yeah, I'd have to wait and see. I mean, actually, hang on. Eevee. What are you? You are a... I mean, honestly, do I really need that? Probably not. I have like a hundo of every single evolution, so I don't really think I need. Still might be worth keeping though. What else we got? What else we got? What are you? You're a 98%. Honestly, you could probably just do it with one of the shinies. It's not really going to matter. Alright, so its evolution, this one will come out to 1525 to 1639. So that, to me, would be a Vaporeon. It's not going to, like, you know straight away whether or not it'll be a Jolteon, because the Jolteons are going to have lower stats than anything. So it's either going to be a Flareon or a Vaporeon. Any shiny? No, evolution, not so far. Alright, so 1525, 1690, 39. Power up. Evolve. Okay, so they do go up. It goes up one stage like it does with the... Which would make sense, because I mean, the Pokemon's going to be that half a level higher than what it was before. So the CP does change. So, like I said, the CP is probably going to be the same thing for... So it looks like any evolution that you catch is predetermined to be one of the first 3 evolutions. It won't be random. So you should be able to figure out which one it's going to be. You reckon it's going to be Flareon? That would make sense. Vaporeon would probably be a little bit higher. Is there a website to check? Yeah, you could probably just use one of the like for instance, I can't jump onto the CP checker right now, the IV checker, because it'll freeze the stream, because it's an overlay. So for some reason it just freezes the stream. So you guys would have to check it for me, sort of thing. They say the only shiny right now is Jimmy's. Yeah. I don't have any snot, man. Like, my nose is dry. I had nasal spray before I came down. So, no snot. Oh my god, my hair though. I do have hair. It needs to be fixed. There we go. Hey, Diana and AJ. How you doing, guys? Welcome in. We're just doing some little experiments with some EVs here. So I think I figured out a little trick when it comes to figuring out what evolution you will get from an evolution, whether it's going to be Flareon, Vaporeon, or Jolteon. So I will enlighten you guys probably in a video, because I figure I can probably explain it a bit better in a video than doing it on stream. But yeah, it may be a trick to figuring out which evolution you'll get. So yeah. Awesome. Anyway, that just came in. CP goes to scale but doesn't change bracket or type. Gengar woke your daughter up this morning. How? Is your house haunted by a Gengar? And if so, how did you... And why are you only telling us this now? Oh, water's good. I do enjoy water. Am I at the path where Netflix? Yes, the good old Netflickers. I'm not up to the trees yet, but it should. Hopefully, we haven't really had that bad internet down here recently. It seems like it. What, do you live in an old house? One of those old British houses? Or isn't every house in Britain haunted? There's that much history going all the way back to, you know, pre-Roman times. Conjuring mystery Pokemon Gengar. I'm surprised they haven't done a Pokemon version in like the Conjuring universe. Turns out Annabelle was really just a haunter the entire time. Let's go to catch it. Oh, I'm game. Let's do some spooky hunting. No, I've wanted to do like a ghost hunt type of thing. It's weird. It's like I don't necessarily believe in that stuff, you know. I'd like to believe in it, but I mean, I'm one of those people that needs to see stuff to believe stuff sort of thing. It's just like, I'm a very show me the evidence or get out of my face sort of person. And yeah, I'm just on the fence about that sort of stuff. It's just like, yeah, I'd like to believe in that sort of stuff, but it's like, until I actually see it, it's just like, it's just people making stuff up to me. Not that they're doing it on purpose, you know, they're just misinterpreting things that are happening. Yeah, I always think that there's a scientific, or at least a not so much a scientific explanation to everything, but at least a logical explanation to everything. I mean, random occurrences and chance and stuff like that are a lot more common than people think. You know, like coincidences. Like I was actually watching a show about that. So like it was a thing on Natural Geographic or something, where they were talking about basically chance and coincidence and how a lot of people tend to think this crazy thing, but it actually happens a lot more often than you realize. Why we don't have... I can use the campfire feature. I do have that on my phone. I don't know why it's not been rolled out to everybody yet. I think Niantic might just be ironing out, bugs with it or whatever before they let everybody get access to it. I don't know. Like, I can't tell you why people don't have full access to that yet. When you realize Hooper Unbound is more scary than Annabelle. Oh, Eggie. You have seen such stuff you believe. Well, that's okay. Like, I'm not saying that you can't believe if you believe that you've seen stuff. Just personally, I don't think I've seen anything that would warrant me to believe in anything one way or another, sort of thing. That's just like, so that's just how I see the world. Like I said, I'm a very show me the evidence type of person rather than just going along with the story. Signal tower. Wait, is the internet actually dropping out? But it's so nice down here. Like, look where I am. Like, look at it. There's nice trees on one side, nice trees on the other side, and it's a nice little... And for those who haven't seen it, that is what's left, well, was left of my tablet. Let's just say it was getting a little bit old and was just frustrating me slightly because the touchscreen completely stopped working. And I was like, oh well. Gave it a good old fisting. And yeah, the screen exploded. So good times. Don't punch your tablet screen because it will explode and shower you in little shiny bits of glass. Little tiny. I suppose they were shiny as well, but they were actually tiny. Like, I wasn't expecting it. Like, I've just gone bang, and it's just gone poof. I'm just sitting there and I'm just like, sent it to heaven. Yeah, sorry guys, buffering video. I'm on that part of the trail. Is it working? Is the stream back? Hello? Let me know. It's back. Okay. Yeah, sorry guys. It's that part of the trail where the internet drops out a little bit. Because I'm in amongst the trees. So the trees sort of shield the Wi-Fi signal. Or the internet. So I apologize. Niantic has released a shiny tablet. Oh no, really? No, I was going to get a new tablet anyway. Sort of thing. So it's just going to have to be a little bit sooner than I was intending it. Because I wanted to hold off on it for a little bit longer because I can't really afford it right now. But I can get it with afterpay and stuff like that. And it shouldn't be too bad. Instead of paying the $400 outright, I can sort of spread it out over a few weeks and it should be okay. So for now, I'm stuck watching things on my tablet or having to go over and actually sit on the computer and watch it. I feel like such a plebe. And just like, what century is this where I actually have to get off the couch and go over and sit over on the comfortable computer chair in front of like, a nice computer and like actually I'm just like I'm spoiled and I'm just like, damn it, I don't want to do this. I just want to sit on the couch. So used to just sitting over here because if I sit on the couch, I can have the TV going as well. And I can watch the tablet and I can have the TV on because I like to watch multiple things at the same time. The stream is haunted. Oh. It wasn't what? It was only a few weeks ago when I was down here for Spotlight Hour and it was like full dark because it wasn't daylight savings yet. So yeah, it was about this time and it was like an hour later and just a few weeks ago. The days were a lot shorter as well. And yeah, it was, hey, we actually found one. I was going to say, and all of a sudden we just started hearing stuff in the darkness, and I swear to God, I saw stuff out of the corner of my eyes as well, and I thought it was a ghost. Like, there has been a few moments being down here when it's just been like, what is that sound? Why is it so dark? Oh my God, I don't want to be here anymore. It's so funny, just because this exact spot is where I find so many shinies. Like, I'm in the exact spot where I found the shiny... Oh, that's actually... That could be good for PvP. What was the last shiny I found here? I can't remember, but they seem to be right here, just before this bend of the track. I always get my shinies, like, in this cluster. I don't know why. It's like the shiny cluster spot. But that was always something that people sort of theorized back in the day as well, that certain spawn points were more likely to generate shinies than others. And that's one of those little indications that it may be onto something, given that I tend to see shinies on certain Pokestops often as well, in compared to other Pokestops. And my home spawn location generates a lot of shinies. So, yeah, I'm one of those believers that certain spawn points are more likely to generate a shiny than others. PvP IVs, yeah, no, I'll have to check it when I get home because I can't do the IV checking now. And it's also low CP as well, so it's just like, could be useful for Great League. That's what you want to see. But nice, success. We actually got the shiny. So we can spend the next 12 minutes just, doing some more checks, finishing our walk, and going from there. You still need shiny Misdreavus? AJ, if I could, I would send you one, because that was like my 9th one. This is a shiny that won't leave me alone. Misdreavus and shiny. We have 8 now, including one that was, a Mismagius now. Pedro, how you doing? Greetings. You don't know much about Pokemon strength and weakness, so is it possible to trust the automatic suggestion team in raids for PvP? Not so much. Unfortunately for raids, what it does is it prioritizes resistance rather than damage output. So basically it'll be giving you the Pokemon that'll have you surviving the longest in the raid rather than giving you the best Pokemon to counter the Pokemon that you're actually trying to battle. So you're better off choosing your own teams. It also depends on how big the lobby is. If you're in a sizable lobby, it doesn't really matter so much, just because there's going to be enough people to finish the raid. If you're pressed for time and people and all that sort of stuff, you probably do want to pick your team a little bit more, sort of, put your actual effort into picking a team. When it comes to like the PvP battles, it usually just picks a random team out of some of your strongest Pokemon. So you are more than likely better off just picking your own team, sort of thing, because it will never pick Pokemon. Well, not that it will never pick Pokemon, but it's more than likely not going to pick Pokemon that really complement each other in any way. So that's more of just a random selection when it comes to the PvP stuff. It was ranked 10 for Ultra. Okay, nice. Nice. I don't know how good Mismagius is actually going to be for PvP, but I mean, if it's any good, it's there, so definitely worth hanging on to, just like every other one of my PvP Pokemon. I have so many PvP Pokemon that's just like, I don't think I'm ever going to use that, but it's there just in case. You got 0 shinies in the last event. I only got the 1 shiny. It was a Vulpix. I actually got it at home the other day. Shinies, yeah. Little volley. And then, all the things. And then, all the other ones were for, from packs. It's glassy but high attack weighted. Yeah, see, unfortunately, I think there's better... Well, there's always going to be better ghost types. Like Gengar is going to be a higher damage output. It's also glassy. I think you're going to get that with most ghost types. They're going to be fairly glassy. I mean, in Ultra League, at the end of the day, if you're going to use a ghost type, you're more than likely going to be using Giratina. Because it's legendary. It does have bulk behind it. It's got its dual typing sort of thing. Wait, is it dual? Is it dark ghost? I can't remember now. Dark dragon, right? Yeah, dragon. That's what I meant, not ghost. Not that dark. I'm still sick. Okay, leave me alone. My brain's not working. So no longer bacon. Oh wait, you got someone to trade your bacon. I was like, wait, what are you talking about? Nice, well done, CSI. I mean, yeah, I'm congratulating you for your trade. Like, well done. You accomplished a trade. No, I'm good. I'm glad that. Well, I am good as well, but no, I'm glad that you could add it to your collection. Do I keep all my baby Pokemon? Not all of them. Just the decent ones. The ones that I, shinies and stuff like that, or special edition ones. Like I've got a few Pichus, like hatted Pichus, and I think there's like a Smoochum with a bow in its hair and stuff like that. So yeah, that sort of stuff. Other than that, not really. Oh my god, my hair. Okay, that'll do. Oh, you traded an extra shiny Ho-Ho. That's funny, I did the same thing for a shiny Groudon. One of the guys in the group needed a shiny Ho-Ho, and I'm like, I've got several. It's like, do you want a shiny Groudon? I'm like, I already have one, but sure, I'll take another one. I've got a lucky shiny Groudon now. I need a hair. I need like a hair thing to put my hair back. We'll have to stop in and show you support, but calling it a night. No worries, Jimmy. Thanks for tuning in, dude. You saw the shiny, so you've seen that we accomplished our goal for the day. Oh, the river's a lot quieter than it was the other day when I was down here. It's not flowing like it was. Jimmy is thinking, I thank myself all the time, man. I'm always thanking Jimmy. I mean, somebody's got to. Ah, 5 more minutes. Can we get another shiny? I've only ever pulled multiple shinies from one Spotlight Hour, if I remember correctly. Pretty sure it was Bronze or I know it was Bronze or Spotlight Hour, but I think that was the only one. I got 3 shinies. That was one of the first ones that we had. That was like the second or the third Spotlight Hour that we had. And yeah, it sort of set a false precedence because everybody was like, oh, Spotlight Hours are sick. We're going to get so many shinies from them. I have like Comday odds. And going forward, they didn't. So people are like, oh, this is so dodgy. I can't get a shiny. Oh my god, my hair. Will you just... It's not even windy. I don't know why it won't just stay. 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 Hey Lucas, how you doing? I mean, if I just... That'll do. You're so goofy you forgot about daylight savings. Why do I look like I look like a Mountie with my hat on like the forward part of my head. That'll do. You'll have to get a special clock, Lucas, and set it for our time. 10-year-old Jimmy. Yeah, all I need is one of the little things on the top that spins, like the propeller on the top, and a lollipop. You still love one Spotlight Hour where it was not a specific Pokemon in general. We were talking about that one earlier. That was like one of the Spotlight Hours that I didn't actually do because it was a whole bunch of stuff and I was out working on the car, so I was like, I can't be bothered doing it. But I went inside to get a drink like just after it started and clicked on a random Spoink and it was a shiny. So I managed to get like just this random shiny Spoink with like the first click of Spotlight Hour. It was like the only click of Spotlight Hour as well. Did I get the shiny? Yeah, I did. About 10 minutes ago. Shiny hype. Not that I needed it, but we got it. Feeling those Jimmy vibes. Hope you have a good night. Thank you, James. You too, man. Nickname the new shiny Phlegm to commemorate the shiny. I wonder if you even can. I mean, would that be considered a word that you're not allowed to use? That's the one. Yeah. Phlegm. It looks like it's a big green oogie. Someone just hocked up a Misdreavus. I've actually got a Misdreavus sitting in the... For the sake of all you guys... Okay, yeah, you guys didn't need to hear that. That was gross. I shouldn't have done that. But it actually feels a lot better now. I don't feel like I got something horrible stuck to the back of my nose, like on the back of my sinuses. Ugh. That was gross. I need water now. Oh, I can still feel it. It's just that sick, gluey feeling that you got at the back of your... That's what I got right now, and it's just... A Phlegm the poltergeist. Ugh. Anyway, moving along. You'll learn how to do one-hand quick catches. Yeah, I can... Oh, Spotlight Hour actually finished. I'm like, hang on, where did all the Misdreavus go? I can do them as well. It's just difficult on this phone because of the screen protector. Like again, yeah, I try to do it, but as soon as I try and wind up the ball, my finger slips off of the berry button because it's sort of not in the right spot. And then, yeah. So if it wasn't for the screen catcher, I could do them a lot better. They don't work properly. That's why I need the bracelet thing for this phone so I can mount it to my wrist, like the wrist mount thing, and that way it frees up my hand so I can actually do the quick catch. But of course I always forget to bring it. But we are done with our spooky spotlight. Oh, look at a baby rabbit. He's tiny. That's a baby rabbit. Bloody vermin. But it was tiny. It was like too big. Oh, hang on. I'll put it in a sec. Jimmy used a quick cough to clear. You got the shiny. Well, that's what you want, isn't it? You want to catch the shiny. I thought that was the whole point. Yeah, the whole idea of the Spotlight Hour is to find the shiny. A coordinated catch. Got all the Lolan Ninetails. So glad I didn't. I was just like, if I don't, it's gonna be like acid or whatever it is. It's poison attack. But I'm like, if I do, I guarantee you it's gonna be Dark Pulse. This is gonna be grass knot. I guarantee it's grass knot. Ooh. Damn it. I was just like, if I don't, it's gonna be grass knot. I'm trying to predict all your moves. Like, defeat me to show support for the stream. No. Let's win. And then show me that you love me. Because that's what nice people do. Oh, damn it. I could have thrown something else, but you know, I'd already tapped on it, so whatever. You weren't supposed to shield that. Come on. Whose stream are we watching here? Can I tank this? No. That's okay. Done. Oh, I'm sorry. Am I putting you to sleep, Miss Murder? GG's. Jimmy remains undefeated for the stream after one battle. The reigning champion, yes. How you going, Rexstar? Welcome in. Yo, what's up, Miss Meta? You already what? Yeah, because you're in Queensland, so... Did you guys forget that I started an hour early? Because, you know, Spotlight Hour, not raid hour, oh my god. Daylight savings! That thing that happens. Double catch XP tonight. I did get the shiny. We actually finished, right, we finished like 7 minutes ago. Because of, you know, the whole daylight savings things in Victoria. Wait, why am I catching this? Just throwing my balls at a pussy. Okay. Dummy hair. You remember, but yeah, nah, it's all good. I'm only joking around. That my hair is like tickling me up the nose. My nose has been like super sensitive the last couple of days because I've been sick, and so my hair, like every time it starts tickling my nose, it's like I don't like it. It feels like horrific. That works. I actually can't see the screen properly. Could I ping you when I start a stream? Dude, I chuck notifications up on Discord, Twitter, and one goes out from YouTube. So I'm pretty sure you should be getting a ping from somewhere else without me having to manually just find you and go, hey, come to my stream. It's like, dude, I'm a streamer. I don't ask people individually to get turn on notifications. That's what they're there for. It's like, what do you want me to do? Go to every single specific person that might want... Hey guys, I'm about to come to my stream. It's like, yeah, if you're not getting the notifications and there's something going on your end, dude, not my end. Oh, hello again, Miss Murder. Yeah, the chat does it to me at the start of streams as well. Like, I can come in and start the stream, but then sort of as soon as the stream starts, the chat stops. And sometimes if I don't restart it, I'm just sitting there going, why is everybody being so quiet? And it isn't until I restart the chat that it's like, you guys are actually talking, but I can't hear you. You're just screaming into the void. Leave me alone, mosquito. Yeah, dude, there's already like plenty of like I said, There's 3 notifications that go out. There's one on Twitter, there's one on YouTube, and there's one on Discord. Surely you can get one of those 3. Should have put my daily incense on. It's probably a bit late now because I'm almost back at the car, so it's going to be no point. I won't be walking for another 15 minutes. But yeah, that possibly could have been a something worth putting on. Get down here. Actually, probably not. Not with my. Chuck one on yesterday and useless. Got like nothing out of it. The best thing was a dugong. I was like, wow, thanks game. This was not really worth my time. Everybody should get the Discord as long as you've got the pings turned on. It pings everybody, dude. There is no role, it just pings everybody. Hey Becky, yes. Yeah, we ended up with the shiny. What is Discord? Is it a new shiny? Yes. Gen 9. Yes, sorry if I'm not very talkative. It's like my throat's just a bit dry at the moment, guys, so it's hard to keep talking. Like, so that's why I've been a little bit not as talkative tonight as I usually would be during a stream. So yeah, the stats on this one aren't too bad. I could listen for PvP. One of the guys was saying earlier, it's like rank 10 for Ultra League. So, I mean, there's better ghost types that you can use for Ultra League, but it's still, you know, not bad. Best looking streamer? Nah, I don't think so. There's like a lot of pretty girls out there that stream, and somehow I think they're better looking than me. Well, most of them at least. You know how to install Windows through the motherboard BIOS? No. I know how to install Windows onto the computer. Like, if it hasn't got Windows installed already, you just plug in the flash drive or whatever you've got and it'll install it. A pretty streamer. Hey, Gonju Chang. Welcome in, dude. How has your day been so far? You need to install it through the BIOS. But what do you mean install it through the BIOS? Like, the BIOS, you go into the BIOS, like a computer's BIOS is where you can control all the basic functionalities of the computer that don't rely on the operating system. So it's where you check all your hardware to make sure that it's all working properly and that you're not getting any errors from it. Or you can use it to basically just set up like the time and the date that's saved into the actual BIOS on the motherboard. Installing Windows through, it's just like, are you sure you're not just needing a mountable disk, like either a CD or a flash drive, and just plug that in? Because that's usually how you install Windows. You don't do it through the BIOS, you just do it off a flash drive or something if it's not already installed on the system. Because that's why I'm just like, installing Windows through the BIOS, I'm just like, yeah, no, I've never had to do that before, and I've installed Windows countless times on countless different computers. That one is not ringing a bell, sorry. The insider build ruined your desktop. It loads to a black screen. Going into the BIOS isn't going to help that, dude. Like I said, like, you can't install Windows you still need the actual bootable disk. And what it'll do is, if you go into your BIOS, you can have your computer load from a different drive. So instead of it trying to boot up the computer from your boot disk, which will be your C drive or whatever disk you've got Windows installed on, you can set it to boot from a flash drive, or you can get it to boot from a CD, and if that's the Windows install CD, it'll just boot straight into the install process, and it'll either let you repair Windows or install a new, like, wipe the one that you've already got and install a new copy. Rex. No, we got the shiny. Sexier than QK. Yeah, but I mean, just gonna throw it out there. I mean, she's not really. I mean, I think she's a little bit overhyped, to be perfectly honest. Just saying. I think all the Kardashians are. I think people have got their drunk goggles on for some reason. I'm just like, I just don't see it. I think, yeah, there's a lot prettier women out there that don't look fake. Like, that whole fake look is just something that I'm not a huge fan of. It's just like, I think natural looking women are so much more appealing. So, yeah, the whole perpetuation of fake beauty is, yeah, I think it's a lot more damaging to society than anything. So, yeah, not a huge fan of the Kardashians or any of that falsified beauty sort of thing. It's just like, You got to reinstall Windows 10 through the BIOS using a USB. Like, that's basically like a flash drive. So what you'll do is you'll use that. You'll go into your BIOS. You'll set the boot drive to being the USB device, and then when it boots up, it'll boot up loading from the USB drive, and it'll load up your Windows installer and everything like that. So you're not installing Windows through the BIOS, you're still installing it off of you're just initializing the boot process through the BIOS. Hey, I'm sorry that I can't read your name, but how you doing? Welcome. Hello from Japan. Hello back from Australia, I should say. How are you doing today? Yeah, sorry guys, if your name's not in English, I'm terrible and I can't actually read it, so I apologize for that. That's why it's because they're fake. Yeah, I suppose. But see, like once I'm actually sitting back in the car and my hair's not blowing around all over the place, like when it just sits where it needs to sit, it's just like, yeah, okay, now it looks okay. But then it's just like when I'm outside, my hair just looks like that all the time. And it's just like, hi, do I look sexy? Do you like my sexiness? Just fix that back up. Very difficult. That'll do. You know how to do that. Yeah, so basically that's all you need to do, dude, to reinstart. My hair does. It's like, it does. Like, it doesn't, but it does. Like, my hair just needs to stay where I put it, and it looks all good. But it never does. I have the worst hair when it comes to just staying where I want it to. What's this? I just have this random hair just... eh. Bye-bye. So we can now call him, Jimmy, no, please don't. I will ban you from the chat if you even consider doing that. Do not associate me with that family in any single way, shape, or form. Like, not even jokingly. I do not want to be related to them or Kanye West in any way, okay? I despise that whole... Like, yeah, yeah. Like Kanye West, oh my god. Don't get me started on how much of a horrible human being he is. And how much I despise him because... like, yeah, there's a lot of despising of that man. Not a huge fan of it whatsoever. Like his first album was actually not too bad, but then he just let whatever he let go to his. Yeah, he got like way crazy. He went cray cray. So I'm just like, yeah, man. I'm not a fan of you anymore. Gengar. Yeah, that was around the time, like when Kanye West started sort of blowing up and stuff like that. That was around the time when rap started, like hip hop rap and everything just started to get a bit pear-shaped. Like it was already going that way, but that's when the whole mumble rapper stuff started happening, and yeah, hip hop went down real quickly. Like it went from being really good and being filled with, you know, talented artists and stuff like that, being something that people just abused to make money. Like the record companies knew that it was popular, so they just started signing any idiot that could rhyme. And yeah, basically like just destroyed it. Took any soul that it had and just hoarded it out for money, basically. So all the best talent is all underground these days, because they actually want to make music for the passion of making the music rather than just for selling out and becoming billionaires, like multi-billionaires. M's good, but I mean, he's not as good as he used to be. It's the same thing. I mean, it's just, you know, at times have changed, the music's changed, his attitude has changed in the music and stuff like that. So it's just, you know, like the Eminem show and stuff like that were great albums. Like basically, like Slim Shady LP, Marshall Mathers LP, and Eminem show, and even Encore, they were great albums. Everything after that sort of started to slip a little bit, and then every album these days is either hit or miss. I mean, he does a crappy album, and then he does a good album to back it up, sort of thing, and then he'll then do another sort of mediocre album, and then That's sort of what it's become. I mean, I'm not saying that the albums are bad or anything, but just in comparison to like his first albums, it's just like they go down as being like classic albums. Like the songs on them were great. Like he's still got like killer flow, and like he can still like tear. Like basically, he became like the diss rapper. There's like so many of his disses back in the day were good, but these days, like unfortunately, what it's become is just like let's diss Eminem to try and reboot our career, and so that's what people do. And so that's what MGK did. That's what the game's done. You know, so many people just try and diss Eminem because as soon as he responds, it makes them blow up again, and they become famous just because of the beef there. And it's like if you can't get it's like if you can't get people to like you because of your own music, if you need to try and battle somebody else to try and create some sort of, then it's just like, well, maybe you're not really that good of a musician. It's not a shiny. 2139. Yeah, so these days I tend to listen to mainly just a lot of the old stuff that I grew up with, like, yeah, that I've always listened to. I mean, there's always groups, like, there's been groups out there which have sort of been good from the start, and they're still good to this day. Like groups like Wu-Tang and Cypress Hill and stuff like that. I mean, they've always been able to sort of hold their own. And then you go into the underground and you've got groups like Non-Fiction and Jedi Mind Tricks and stuff like that. Company Flow. Call it slip diss. Haha, because you know my back. That's funny. Sorry, Wade. One or two, just the one shiny Misdreavus tonight, dude. Sorry, man. At least he's not a sellout, which you love. No, unfortunately, too many of the old, like the old sort of late 90s, not even late 90s, just 90s in general, and early 2000s rap, hip hop, like too many people have died, man. Like it's amazing how many people actually died. And it's unfortunate that Proof from D12, because that was one thing, like as we were saying before, like with the whole Eminem thing, like that's when he sort of started to change, when Proof died and D12 fell apart. Yeah, that's when he disappeared and got on like pills and stuff. Like he already was on pills, but more so on. And then yeah, things just sort of trailed off. Like it was a few years where he didn't release an album, and people thought that he was done and all of that sort of stuff. And then yeah, just a lot of that, because of that, it just seemed that that whole era, like that 2000s era of like Dre, Snoop, Eminem, Exhibit, Dog Pound Gangsters, all of those, it just sort of seemed to wane out. Like it just, yeah, it was something about the end of the 2000s. It got to like 2010, and that stuff sort of went to the wayside. And like you said, a lot of the mumble rapper and stuff like that started popping up. And that's when I sort of stopped listening to a lot of it, because I was just like, nah. This isn't doing it for me anymore. Can't understand what these guys are saying. It scares me. All sad dogs now that mumble rap. Yeah, that's good. It's like, honestly, that was probably the good thing about Am is the fact that he was actually able to clean himself up and he's still alive. Because usually artists that get as big as because like he was the biggest artist in the world for quite a period of time. There was like 10 years where he was basically like the top artist in the world. And that can do a lot to your psyche. Like, I mean, he says it in a lot of his music and stuff like that about, not being able to live a normal life because, being imprisoned by fame, basically. You can't go anywhere without being recognized. You can't do anything. Your daughter, your kids and all that sort of stuff can't grow up living a normal life because they know, like, everybody knows who they are and just stuff like that. And that's why a lot of those people get into drugs and end up killing themselves on like overdosing and stuff like that. Just they're you know they're a victim of their own success, basically. And yeah, he's just one of those people that was actually able to turn it back and survive that sort of thing, which is difficult. I mean look at everybody else that burnt that bright, like Elvis and stuff like that. I mean, these are all people that ended up dying very young because, yeah, the flame, usually that's what it is. The brighter the flame burns, the quicker it burns out, sort of thing. Like the faster it'll burn out. Is that how famous? Yeah. Streaming, it's like all 70 guys that what? It's just like, I'm famous. Selling out like Madison Square Gardens, guys, for sure. Someday, Jimmy does a freestyle rap stream or just a Discord event. Dingo Disaflow. Nah. One of the guys that I know who's done music and stuff like that, he's actually, like, his name is Del Dingo. Should look him up. Should actually look up all the West Gatekeepers. Tiny Ted, Ex Incognito, and Del Dingo. Oh, there's like other guys as well, but they were like the three main guys. But yeah, just a couple of Melbourne boys that I knew back in the day that have done albums and stuff like that, like actual released good music, some Aussie hip hop. But yeah, I was gonna be a rapper back in the day, like, oh yeah. Weren't we all though? Like every kid in high school is just like, I'm gonna grow up to be a rapper. Jimmy B. Thug. Ah, if only you knew. But gangster up. Well. They're coming for me. It's the paramedics, so. Alright, well, guys, honestly, we're just sitting here talking. Oh, it's actually a nice day. What happened? Why was this day earlier? Like, it's full cleared up and it's like a nice day now. The sun's going down. It's like it's been cloudy and ick all day. Anyway, my brain's not really working properly. This has been a weird stream. Like, I feel like my conversation has just been off in another place today. Like, I've just, yeah, felt a bit off, sort of brain-wise sort of thing. I think it's just because I'm still getting over being sick and like I was feeling a bit off earlier. So, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Like, I don't know. Like I said, I think it's just been a weird stream tonight. But anyway, I hope you guys had fun either way. Yeah, we got our shiny. So we accomplished our goal, which was good. So yeah, I guess that's about it. I guess we can wrap this one up. Better settle my beef with John Hankey. Nah, man, John Hankey is just like. When you said that, for some reason, I was just thinking of John Cena, like John Hankey, John Cena, and it's just like, this is the whole beef back in the day between like John Cena and Eminem. Like that's what I'm talking about. Like that was like one of the original ones where like somebody trying to diss Eminem to like become famous and stuff like that. I mean, John Cena was already famous because he was a wrestler and stuff, but it's just like when he was trying to start the music career thing and he was trying to do like the rapping and stuff, it was just like, oh, it was so cringy. Like, yeah, he tried to like full diss Eminem, and that's sort of where it started, like the whole dissing thing. But yeah. You too, James. And you too, Becky. Have a good night. So yeah, all right, guys. Like I said, it's been a weird night, but I'm gonna wrap it up now, so I can go home and actually sleep tonight because I think that's what I need, some decent sleep. Hopefully, I'll wake up feeling better than I did today, sort of thing, and I'm a bit more clear-headed and all that sort of stuff, and we can, yeah, just think better. Yeah, sorry guys, like my brain. I feel like I haven't been delivering top-notch God, I can't even speak. I feel like my content could have been a bit better over the last week or so, but yeah, because I've been sick, I've just been lacking, so I apologize for that. Um, I do have some stuff planned over the next month or so, hopefully. Like I said, we've got Com Day stuff for next month planned already. So I'll be able to let you guys know the details of that probably in the next day or two. And yeah, I've got some other stuff planned as well, but I've just wanted to wait until finish being sick and all that sort of stuff, and brain becomes a little bit more operational and so on and so forth. And there's no point putting that stuff in the chat, dude. It's just spamming at this point, but it's not working. But I appreciate it nonetheless. And everybody that's here already has those links anyway, so it doesn't really matter. That stuff only really needs to be posted if there's people in here that don't have them. But all right, guys, sweet as. Have a good evening. Enjoy your morning, evening, noon, or night. Stay safe. Happy hunting. Good luck for your spotlight hour. I'll be back tomorrow. Hopefully, yeah, I'll be a bit more on the ball and a bit more energetic for you guys, all of that sort of stuff. And yeah, we'll go from there. So, have a good one, guys. Peace out. I'll catch you tomorrow. Bye.